Hi, it's Rachel here,
Hi, I'm Grace.
and we're going to be doing Google Classroom.
So, what is Google Classroom? Google Classroom is a free to use online platform, and all you have to do is sign up for a Gmail account. You can make different classrooms, which can be differentiated groups for working on a research project. And this is exactly what you need, Miss Jones. In the settings, you can have certain students view certain things. And so the students that you have that struggle with the reading charts and different types like that, you can set the viewing to not to them, only to the students that can read the charts.
And then something that's great about Google Classroom is there's instant feedback. So then, along with inserting extra practice for the charts, you can upload link to websites, insert images and videos. So these can be helpful tools to help those with different readiness levels. It also has a grading tool, and then you can set due dates, which I know that's something that you wanted, Mrs. Jones. And so Google Classroom in action, these are just a few photos. So like this one right here is what a student view of what the classroom would look like. They can access it on their phone. On the teacher view, this is coursework. So this is where they can see the different assignments they have set up. This is the Google Classroom logo. And then these are just all of if a student had multiple classrooms going at once, and then this could also be the teacher view as well. So for our tech demo, I will demonstrate the teacher perspective of Google Classroom, and then
I'll demonstrate the student perspective.
so the teacher perspective will show how to set up Google Classroom as well as how to differentiate the project for each group.
And me, the student, will show you how the teacher differentiated the project within the groups.
All right, Miss Jones. So I'm going to be showing you how to start from point A all the way through how to set up your Google Classroom. So I'm just using my Google Chrome browser. So as you can see over here, I already am logged into my Gmail account. So one way to do it is you can search Google Classroom, or another way is you can go over here to your waffle and you can scroll down and find Classroom right here. Now, since I'm already logged into a Gmail account, it just went ahead and took me to my already personal classrooms, but it would just have you agree to terms and conditions and then let you log in. Okay, so I want to create a classroom. So I'm going to go over here to the plus button and I'm going to click create or join. Oops, create or join a class. So I'm going to click create. So terms and conditions, continue. All right, so the class name, since we're just doing different groups for each readiness level, I'm just gonna call it group A. Subject, and see it already has, it gave me a list of suggestions, and I'm going to click create. And you can personalize it. So then for students to log in over here, here's their class code of how they would log in to their classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and make the other group really fast. So I would go over here to the main menu and I will click classes. And then I'm going to create my second class. Agree to terms and conditions, continue, group B. And then I'm going to create my third group. Alrighty, so now if I go to my home, which is all my classes, as you can see, I have group A, group B, group C. And so the way I set these up is just based on the different readiness levels. And so then here's where you can differentiate for each group working on their project. Okay, so I clicked back into group A, and over here on my class code, Grace is going to type it into on her computer. And so this is what her screen looks like.
I'm just on my Safari browser, and since I also already have my Google account on there, I just did the same thing that Rachel did with the on the side there. It shows all your apps and icons on the Google account, and so it comes up. No, it's small, I can't really see it, but it comes up with two options. You can create a class or join a class. And since I'm the student, obviously I'm not going to create a class. I'm just going to join a class, and it gives me the option to put in a class code. And so I will just take the class code that Rachel has on her screen and type it into the box.
TXQBBSL.
And then click join.
And now on this side, you can go to people, refresh, and it shows that Grace is now a student in this classroom.
And I can see the dashboard of the Google Classroom. All right, Ms. Jones, now is where we hope that this Google Classroom helps out for your students' research project. So how we're thinking this would work is this one that says Tech Demo right here would be your main geography or fourth grade. Is it fourth grade? Yeah, fourth grade classroom. So that'd be your main one, just on the Tech Demo one, where it's all students. And then the group A, B, and C would be the groups based on the readiness levels. So in the Tech Demo one, or your fourth grade classroom would be, you could go ahead and write up and type out the different groups. So it'd be based off the readiness levels, and you can put the codes in that regular classroom one, so that the students can just get into the groups by themselves, and that wouldn't have to take up class time. You could do that ahead of a time. And once you've done that, we thought that you could make up different rubrics for each group, or different like expectations, because you said that some students could read graphs and some students could not. So we were thinking for, we'll just say group A is the highest readiness level, and those students, they can read a graph. So you want them to put a graph in their research project, and you want them to farther explain more about the populations. And with group B, they don't necessarily have to have a graph, but if they understand it enough to put a graph in there, then they can. And group C, they do not require a graph, but they need to explain something in some other area that you really want them to know about.
Okay, so I am within the group A classroom, and so I just clicked on announcement. And so here's where you can choose which groups you would like it to be. So if you would like the announcement to just be for group A, just group C, just group B, and for the whole class together. And then another great feature is you can do all students, or I can just select which students will see this. So here I put Geography Research Part 1. So there's just your basic formatting tools, but then you can add a file from your Google Drive. You can upload a YouTube video, you can upload a file, or here you can do direct links for students to follow links to help them with their charts. So something that is really cool is you can schedule it. So say I don't want this to come out until Friday the 28th at 8 a.m. I'll click schedule, and it won't show up until that date and time. So this is a great way for you to work ahead, and students can know their deadlines.
And as the teacher, you can see that it has one saved announcement. So that saved announcement is the one that we just made that will come out later on the 28th at 8 a.m.
And then another feature is it also has the upcoming feature. So how this project is due, say in 2 days, it will have the due date on the teacher and the student view that it is due. Okay, and so I'm just going to make one to where Grace can see it right now. So geography, we'll just put part 2. And then I'm just going to post it right now.
And let me refresh my screen. right there you can see Rachel Kessler made a post. All right, you can't really see that very well, but it's on there. It pops up immediately without any problems. I personally used Google Classroom throughout high school, growing up, and it was great. My teacher did something very similar to this and broke us up into groups, and it worked out great. I think it's a great way to distribute the readiness levels and have students still be able to work together and the teacher still be able to have access to the students' work at all times. And we know that one of your challenges was getting the due dates in there, and this is a great way that all students will be able to see the due date, and you can like set it out for yourself ahead of time. Like we showed you that we did. This isn't going to come out until April 28th. So I feel like as a teacher, you'll be able to be very organized and know when the students are going to be turning something in, so you can grade appropriately in an appropriate amount of time.
And another great feature I forgot to add, because it is linked with their Gmail account, so every time you do make a post or there's a announcement or a due date, it will send an email to their account, so they don't have to just constantly keep checking Classroom. It's automatic. So can go back in here and wrap up. So wrapping up, so how is Google Classroom a right fit for you, Mrs. Jones? Students are given the deadline, like we talked about, and then groups can work together inside, and then it's accessible outside of class.
Yes, it's definitely accessible outside of class. Students can work on this on their own at their houses and be on the Google Classroom at the same exact time, posting stuff and collecting information all together. You can change the differentiation to each student assignments so that all students are able to meet their own learning needs. Like we said, being able to have a rubric for each different group, posting it in there and showing what the students what they need in that group, and if they need the pie charts or if they don't need the pie charts. And you can monitor all the groups from one screen and check it at all times without any problems whatsoever. I feel like this is a technology that is definitely not time consuming whatsoever. I feel like it's very easy to navigate, and yeah, like I said, I've had great personal experience with this, and I will use this in my future classroom for sure. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and I will for sure use this in my future classroom as well. Especially now with people going to e-learning and all these things, this is a great tool. You set it up at the beginning of the year, students have access to it. It's a great way to go.